always just opening our mouth, and when we open our mouth and we allow the air to go in, whatever goes in is all we get. So we don't need a big choir breath. This is only just a sip of air.
Okay.
Yes. Can you yawn at the same time? Very nice. That's lovely. Very nice. So do you feel when we sort of, once we start taking in the air, it's a hard process to stop?
Yes.
So how are we going to remember to sort of relax, especially if we're singing and on stage and then nerves hit or something else and we start taking those big breaths? How are we going to remember to take less and sort of ground ourselves?
I don't know. Should I be breathing out at all when I'm finished with the words? If I have leftover
Yes.
breath, should
Yeah.
I breathe out
Yeah.
and then take new air?
I
or
would
keep-
absolutely do that.
Okay.
I would just say you finish the phrase, what was the one from the recital? It was like, da, 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 da. Let's say you have some left over. Right, so
Okay, 'cause I
sort
think
of,
I forget that.
yeah, sort of just expel whatever, I mean, don't like, till there's nothing and then you're dying. But just sort of very comfortably expel what's left, and then just opening your mouth, and whatever comes into the breath, that's what's left for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we never want to take too much, especially, you know, when we start getting nervous and then the breaths get higher and higher, and out of the corner of my eye I see your chest going up. So we just have to remember to stay relaxed. Let's do some lovely little slides on hum, taking in that nice easy breath. Never pushing the sound out. I want you to focus on just taking a nice breath. And can you tell me what else?
Yawning.
Yeah, and what do I mean by yawning?
Keeping my throat relaxed, having that space with my tongue down.
Well, your tongue is sort of fat and relaxed. We're never
Right.
depressing it, but yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
it's comfortable.
Opening up the throat.
Yeah, we're sort of stretching in the back. What we're doing is lifting the soft palate and sort of relaxing the larynx down. So that's that yawn we're going for. And by yawn, we have this 360 sort of stretching of our voice in the back. And then what are we going to do in the front?
We're going to pucker and smile.
Okay. Tell me why one breath is more efficient.
Because we have, when we go to the smile, when we hum, we're already close to it if our mouth is closed more when we take the breath.
Yeah, we already sort of have all this
We have further to go.
lifted. We're already sort of putting the sounds like in the mask, as they say, while we're stretching in the back. As opposed, and also something else happens. Can you do me a favor and take a breath with your mouth wide open? Just taking a breath. What happens to the back of your throat?
My tongue rises and kind of closes it up.
Yeah, so we don't get as much air. We're not as efficient. And now we know why. Good. I would like to feel like that's even lighter. Is that possible? Or encased in air. I want to feel like the sound is sort of floating. It's never pushing out. I like that. That's nice. Really relaxed. Good. I'd like a little stretch, even more. If you that feeling like to lift the soft palate. There are so many ways to do it, but really, I just want you to feel like you know, smell your favorite cup of coffee with your mouth open. Do you feel that lift on the top when you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to really feel like the yawn is so much on the top and the back when we do that. heard you. Lovely. That's more like it. Yawn, 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 yawn. Very nice. Very nice. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Lovely. Very nice. Take a minute. It's okay. And remember, when we're breathing out, it's not just isolated to our stomach. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you feel the breath coming when you take a breath?
I feel it mostly in my stomach, but I need to feel it in my sides and my back
Right.
as well.
Okay. So what I would like you to do is actually stand against the wall for a second, because and all the way back. And I know we have a ponytail, so if you can push if you can, and then tilt your chin slightly down. Do you feel how much further your neck is at this moment?
Mm-hmm.
I would like it to feel like it's closer to that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost, it feels almost like, if you're not used to it, it feels like your neck is like very much back. But
Okay.
really, if you're, do you remember when we were doing those exercises on the floor when you first started out?
Mhm.
When you were breathing down, going as you tucked?
Mhm.
And when we sing, it's very similar. So our neck sort of starts off quite back, and as we expel air, we're here. I think we were about here. I'm gonna adjust you. Keep going. Can you lean back?
Like this?
I want your
Or my whole head?
even more. Like, I want your neck to come straight back. Will you lean against the wall for a minute? I don't want to push you.
Oh, that's okay.
More. And down. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not that far down. Yes, comfortably. Do you feel how far back your neck is?
Yes.
I would like you to practice.
Okay, want me to
Maybe-
stand here?
Just for a moment. I mean, I don't want you to be stiff, but I do want you to feel, because we have a tendency, if we have a job where we're working in front of computers or something, to slowly do this.
Oh, yeah.
And this messes completely with our mechanism. So I want to make sure you're a little bit more straight. Sorry, my hands are cold. Right here. Look in the mirror. Gorgeous. How was that?
Sounds completely different.
Yeah. Why does it feel
Better different.
It sounds different, or it feels different?
It feels different just because of my throat being tucked like this, but I
Yeah.
feel like it opens up the back more because the front, it's down in the front. I don't know.
How did it change the sound?
It just sounded a lot clearer and fuller.
Yeah. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
I expected it to come out sounding worse because I was kind of all
You're like, this feels weird.
weird, but now it sounds better.
But it becomes normal, you know, eventually. We don't want you. I like it. If you We'll get through it, don't worry. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. My name is Julia Child, and I speak way up here for some reason today. My name is Julia Child, and I speak up here for some reason today. Fabulous. So this is where I'd like you to sing with all of that lovely upper resonance. Oh, we're already way up here, so we start with our mouth more open. Very nice. So now we know kind of where we are and when it opens a little bit. Let's go back. Tell me three things we should think about while we're singing it.
The yawn.
Yeah. We want that space, of course. What else?
diction.
Ooh, I love the diction. I love the diction. But you know, when we say diction, do we sing, "Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining"?
Well, no.
No. How do we do it?
Well, I don't really know then.
We connect. So
Oh, okay.
so of course we're going to try to avoid the glottal stops, which are
Add the H.
yeah, we add little H's. So, oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Whatever you need to breathe. But if it starts with a vowel, we're gonna add that baby H to give it some nice movement. So we're never closing everything off. What else? Give me one more.
Smile.
Hey, I like the smile. Good. Can we go back from "oh night divine" and can you give me a nice big yawn on night?
Mhm.
Night.
No.
That's where I want it. Yes.
Okay.
So your nose. Sparkle, 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 yawn, 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 yawn. Sparkle on the end. Woo, almost fell off. That's so lovely at the end. Yes. Is that different?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, it just sounds like I'm not just trailing off and forgetting about my word.
Yeah, so it's a very purposeful, we always start, our entrances and exits are so important. Because even if we're like a little late, but we make it in a solo situation, oh, maybe I'm out of breath already and I took a bad breath. Oh, holy night, the stars, you know what I mean? Just fake it. And we're not overpacking, because as soon as out of the corner of my eye that I see this, I was like, oh my God. We're in trouble. So we just have to keep it low and easy. If you'd like to sort of like, you know, paint the phrase with your hands, I'm okay with that. You know, actually it's kind of encouraged. I like that, so. Yes!
Till he appeared.
Sorry, I don't know where we are. I stopped paying attention because I'm like, ah, it's so beautiful. Till he
Appeared, and the soul felt its worth.
2, 3, we're breathing.
A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks
Lovely.
a new and glorious morn.
Why? Yes. That was my fault. It doesn't matter. Yes. Yes, I like that so much nicer.
Okay.
Yes, that's how we practice it at home. That's we practice anything with controlled breaths. With that, oh my God, it was so lovely. Yes.